What up, what up, what up, good people? It's your guy, Iconic, and I'm coming back to you with another one. Alright, so this is the pandemic made me do it. But really, this is also dedicated to, anybody that know me, whether it's family, friends, my own blood, but let's start it. All right, so the pandemic hit us in 2020. Nigga. But anyway, in 2020, everything shut down. But I was still working because at that time, I want to say I got the job at Home Depot. And, I was still a bus driver, but we was on spring break at that time. But as soon as spring break lifted, and I was supposed to go back to work, it shut down. At the same time, my first day started with the second job at Home Depot. So it was like bittersweet, but like I could stay home, but yet I got a job. Do I want to work? Yeah, but I have to work. But so during that time, and so the second job was only 6 o'clock p.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. So I had a lot of time on my hand, and plus, like I said, I was a bus driver, so getting up at 5 in the morning was nothing. Getting up at 6 in the morning was nothing. So think about being up at 6, 7 in the morning all the way until 5 o'clock at night when you getting ready to go to the second job. That was nothing. Wasn't tired because motherfucker, you wasn't doing anything. But during that time, I felt the need to research and look at my life, because at that time when the pandemic hit, I was going through some things with my wife, and for myself. Like I put myself in classes and whatnot before the pandemic hit. When the pandemic hit, I had to stop the classes, or the classes shut down because, we wasn't allowed to be near each other. And so I started looking into me. I started looking into me and my life and what was going on. So, I was raised in Kojic, in the Kojic church life, I mean, from a wee bitty lad up into this sexy motherfucker you see here now. I was even a deacon. I sung in the church choir, kids choir, then the adult choir, So I got a voice. No, not really. But anyway. So I started looking into all the questions that I had in my life about the religion that I'm following. And, since you got time on your hands, you start going down rabbit holes or, whatever have you. And you stumble across some things. And then I started researching those things that I stumbled across and reading it, researching, see something that's interesting, then research that. Like, it was like just a spiderweb network of finding out, what am I doing wrong in my life? Because as far as I know, if I follow what I grew up knowing, I should be doing way better than I was. Because I ain't gonna say am, because if I say way better than I am, that means that brings that past shit, that past, it brings it to the future, to the present, and I'm not that person anymore. My knowledge of self has grown. So, how I can explain how I looked at stuff was basically how in the movies they are trying to connect the dots, and they got the little pins everywhere, and you get the string and you pinning it and whatever have you. That's how in my head it looked for me, trying to find answers that I had as a kid, as a teenager, to an adult, So when I found all the research and all that stuff, yeah, I turned from Christianity. And like it pissed me off. I ain't gonna hold you. It pissed me off when I was learning all the stuff and researching all the stuff. It pissed me off to no end, to the point where, I would be ready to fight somebody trying to put me back in, or anything like that, because it's like, how can you explain this with that? Meaning, facts, what I learned versus the Bible. And I know my parents, they don't know. Hell, the only people that know in my family is my kids, my girl, my brother, who actually started me, like at least gave me a clue or a hint to go. And I think he stopped at a shallow part, but me, I had time, so I kept going. But yeah, my family don't know, and they're very Christian. I mean, they Bible thumping, they Bible thugging, for real. So they don't know, and at the time, and right now, I feel like I'm not living how I want to live, but I see the light real close. It's bright. It's real close. I mean, it's close. I can taste that motherfucker. But I just had time to learn about myself and about the knowledge that I gained over the time. I questioned it. I researched the knowledge I knew. And what I came, oh wow, just checking on you. That was my son sending me a message. I like that, because it's for him, He pulled away from me and it hurts. But I'm gonna talk to him one of the, later on today. I'm gonna answer his text. But I love him. I love him to life. I'm never gonna say I love you to death, because I don't want to wish death on nobody I love. So I love you to life. I love you, son. And I love you, son, because I got 2 sons, and I got a daughter. And then I got a daughter and a son that I claim from my marriage. You know, so altogether 5 kids, 3 boys, 2 girls. I love them to life, all of them. If I had it, if I got it, it's theirs. No questions. I kind of lost my train of thought, but I wanted to find out the answers for myself, you know. And one thing I learned is that in any religion, there's a book, but then you have people reading the book and giving you their interpretations. And I question, why do I have to think like you when I'm capable of thinking like myself? So let me read what you're saying so I can get my own understanding of it. Because everybody's understanding won't be yours. So you gotta know for yourself. So it's already 11 minutes in. So I'm gonna cut this video. But I wanna leave you with this. Anybody that's listening to it, you know. If there is documented, well, not if, because it is documented proof that at the time Jesus supposedly walked the earth, there was over 120 historians walking the earth, cataloging things from all over the world, and not one catalog about a man named Jesus. And if you feel like I'm lying, I dare you to do the research. I dare you. But I love you, and I love you all, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Alright? Peace. It's your guy, Iconic, and I'm feeling good about my life. Get you some. Get on my level. We vibing up here, and it feels so good. All right? Peace. Woo!